In adolescence, we are all naive and not yet able to distinguish between good and bad. It's time of doubt and self-discovery. All children are like a sponge. They absorb all the incoming information of this world, both positive and negative. Therefore, parents have a great responsibility for what their children will grow up to be. If you want your teens to be ready for the unusual surprises of adulthood and be grateful to you, then welcome to Neural Loading. Today we'll tell you about certain skills that you should help your children acquire. Number 1. Respect the environment. It's also the responsibility of parents to teach teenagers to take care of the environment and animals. You should bring them closer to nature, teach them to appreciate it, not to hurt and help animals. The way children relate to the environment will largely characterize them as a person. Communication with nature is a good opportunity to bring up kindness, sensitivity, and responsiveness in teenagers. Number 2. To be tolerant. Tolerance should be developed from childhood. Teach teenagers that all people in this world are different, with their own unique character, with their own opinions, and this opinion may sometimes not coincide with theirs. That's why it's so important to respect the choices of others. And if a person doesn't look the way society thinks they should, it doesn't mean they're bad. Get rid of stereotypes. Teach teenagers to judge people not by their appearance, but by their actions. Being tolerant will help your child avoid many conflicts in the future. Number 3. Conclusively shape the surroundings. Explain your teens that they need to surround themselves with people whose interests, views on life, and values are similar to their own. Friendly and open people energize and motivate. Let your children learn to choose loyal friends who will be there for them in a difficult moment and who can share their happiness. Also teach them to avoid toxic, lazy and negative people because they will drag them down. Number 4. Contraception. This is a very delicate and sensitive issue. It's always uncomfortable for both parents and teenagers to talk about these topics. But unless you want to become young grandparents and protect your teenagers from various diseases, you just need to tell them about different contraceptive methods and even help them buy special products. Number 5. Health care. Teenagers adopt the habits of adults, so if you want to raise healthy children, start with yourself. Set a good example, eat healthy food, don't smoke, and minimize alcohol consumption. Walk together with your child in the fresh air, play different sports like basketball, volleyball, go to swimming pool, or do exercises in the morning. Number 6. Know how to give first aid. Teach teenagers what they can do themselves. For example, if they fall off the bicycle, show them how to clean a wound and how to put a bandage. If there is an emergency, tell teenagers which services to call. This kind of skill could save someone's life. Number 7. Self-safety. The world is full of bad people, and we won't always be near our children. So for their safety and your own comfort, teach simple rules of self-defense. Also explain the traffic laws, such as not crossing the road at the red light and not playing in the roadway. Show teenagers how to use electrical appliances and be sure to tell them about internet safety rules. Number 8. Be independent and be yourself. Teach teenagers to form their own point of view and not to depend on other people's opinion. Give them personal space, trust more, and let them take responsibility for their actions. Try not to make decisions for them, but sometimes it can be difficult for adults. Your children don't need hypercare. It is important not to criticize, not to suppress the teenagers' leadership qualities, and allow them to learn from their mistakes. Your task is to be there, and imperceptibly steer your child in the right direction, so that he can fully realize his potential in life. Number 9. Defend personal boundaries. Saying no can be difficult at times. Knowing how to stand up for your boundaries is important in life. Tell your children in what situations he can refuse a person, and in what situations he still have to help. Saying no doesn't mean being selfish. At certain moments in life, you need to be able to choose yourself and say yes to what is important to you. Number 10. Manage money properly. People say that money is not the most important thing, but is very necessary for our comfortable life. So teach your teenagers how to manage their income and expenses. This will have a positive impact on their future adult life. Once they start earning their first money, and your child will already know how to manage it properly and will not spend it instantly. You can download the app to their phone, where they will record their expenses. Tell your teenagers about the financial and cryptocurrency markets, about stocks and bonds. If you find it is difficult to explain in simple terms, find educational videos on the internet and watch them together. Number 11. Interest in learning and self-development. Information and knowledge are our advantage, our strength, something no one can take away from us. So if you want your teenagers to be successful in life, instill in him a love of learning. It is important not to memorize a text from a book, but to know where to apply the knowledge gained in practice. In today's world, you need to be able to multitask. So teach your children to look for diverse information from different sources and teach them how to analyze it. Number 12. Don't be afraid to step out of comfort zone. Our world is constantly changing. Different professions are appearing, and we don't know what our children will become. We can't teach them everything, but we can develop in them the ability to easily cope with changes in life and respond calmly to them. Develop out-of-the-box thinking in your teenagers. Intellectual games and creative activities will help you in this. Help your child get out of his comfort zone and walk through their fears. Show them that life is an adventure and that all difficulties are opportunities to change things for the better. Number 13. Basic skills. As trivial as skills such as cooking, cleaning the room, and maintaining personal hygiene may seem, sometimes growing up our children become unfit for adult life. A big surprise for them may be that food doesn't appear in the fridge by itself, and clothes don't wash by themselves. Show your teenagers how to use the microwave oven and toaster, go grocery shopping together, and teach them how to prepare meals from simple ingredients. Teach children healthy habits, such as brushing their teeth and taking a daily shower. It is important to keep not only yourself clean, but also the space you are in. In this matter, start by having your teens tidy up their room, put away scattered things, and make the bed. Do you easily find a common language with your teens? What advice can you give to young parents? You can share with us in the comments below. For getting new interesting and useful information, subscribe to our channel and click on the notification bell. Thank you for watching.